first thing that I purchased, a business pack. It was about $700 or 700 points at the time. And then in the next month, Niken launched the sleep system in Canada, when we launched in Canada. So the very next thing we did was purchase the sleep system. And that was a normal thing to do, because that's what we did and that's what we taught. We tend to do teach what we do. So, say this out loud. It's not what you do, it's what you duplicate.
Not what you do, it's what you duplicate.
Let's just duplicate that one more time. It's
Not what you do, it's what you duplicate.
That's what's so amazing about this business. If you really want to gain the most that there is to gain about this opportunity, you want to learn how to do something well enough and then teach others how to do that thing that you've learned how to do and help them become good at it. So the question then becomes, well, what is it that we need to learn how to do and teach others how to do that give us the maximum gain, the maximum impact where our business is concerned? And you see a thing right there called the core circle of influence. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. But if what you did was create a core circle of influence, and you heard Olga Lucia talk about influence, this is a business of influence. We influence people to make choices. And we tend to influence people to make the same choices we made. Or, let me rephrase that. We tend to have greater confidence in influencing people with the choices we made. So if you're brand new, if you're sponsoring somebody brand new in the business, knowing this, knowing that they are going to influence others based on the choices they themselves have made, you want to help them make some really good choices. First choices. And one of the first choices we want to do is introduce them to the Power Start, because it's the first incentive of many that will lead to the other incentives. Because if they were to choose to do that, and then they were to teach others to do that they in turn enrolled, the net effect of that would be progression in the compensation plan, progression in the incentive program. In other words, why make it up when you have it laid out in front of you like this? To leverage the tools, to leverage the story that Niken's put together for us in terms of the incentive program is, I'll tell you, when we first joined Niken, when I first got involved in Niken, we had a thing called a compensation plan. Now the compensation plan is not a business plan. It's a compensation plan. It says, this is how you get paid on the volume you generate. But it doesn't tell you how to actually go out and generate that volume. That's what a business plan is. And when Niken initiated these incentive programs, suddenly what they gave us was a very clear step-by-step plan to build a business. Okay. I don't know what that was for, but thank you. That's all right. So, the Power Start Team program was designed to place an emphasis, to really give us a culture in Niken, to emphasize the idea that this is how we give our newest people the best start possible, by engaging them in the Power Start. And so, this circle of influence can be created just by going after the Power Start. Or you can even go faster than that. Do you have an outline?
Yes.
Yeah, you do. Are they interested in your success?
Yes.
Yes, they are. And they will support you and encourage you to do all the things that they've been taught to do, like attend events. And we have all kinds of events. A schedule has been provided. But I want to place an emphasis on this first one because this is new. Most people don't really know it exists. The idea of having special attention for people who become a member of the Power Start incentive. So what we designed, then I gave some thought to this, was we'd like to put something to help those individuals who really said, I want in a big way. Like, I really want to do this. I don't want to just dabble in this. I want to really do this. And when time is your most precious commodity, who do you want to spend your time with? The ones who demonstrate by their actions they're really serious about this. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
Well, how are you going to know? How do you know if someone's demonstrating that they're really serious about this? Well, if you say, here's a hurdle, what do you say we jump the hurdle? And they say, no thanks. Would they be serious?
No.
If they say, let's do it, would they be serious?
Yes.
Would you want to spend time with that person?
Yes.
And help them jump the hurdle? So that's what the Power Start Team program is really all about. You've been handed a card, and you can go through this. And I encourage you to do everything that you received today in your handouts. Take the time to go through them. Take the time to learn what is there. I would not dare waste your time with something that I didn't think was very important. So, this Power Start explains what the program consists of. It consists of a number of things. Number one, calls that you can plug into, and your new people can plug into, to get the ball rolling on interesting people in meeting. And these calls are available to everyone, by the way. But then we have some weekly calls that are very specific, only for those people who are a Power Start Team members. So let me just define what a Power Start Team is for you again. Power Starter is somebody who achieves 1,500 points volume in their first 30 days of sign-up. So now, what are we telling you? There's an incentive, and we want to create a culture that recognizes the importance of someone's first 30 days. How important is someone's first 30 days in a world where they're distracted in so many different ways? It took you enough time to get them to sign up and get started. You don't want to waste that effort by letting that energy and that excitement dissipate. So we want to really place an emphasis on helping someone get started in their first 30 days. There's a rule in network marketing. It's the first 90 days. If you can't help somebody produce a result in their first 90 days, whether it's a product result or a result where the business is concerned, they're going to become disinterested. I would gather that in today's day and era, it's not 90 days. You don't have 90 days. You've got maybe 9 minutes. So that's why the emphasis is the first 30 days. We don't want to lose the opportunity to help that person get the best start possible, and that starts the second they sign up. So that's why we've got this Power Start, to place an emphasis on the first 30 days. So those weekly calls that are designed are for Power Start members who've done at least 1,500 points in their first 30 days, or they are the sponsor of someone who's done a Power Start. So you could either be a person who's done this Power Start, or in your case, if this is past your first 30 days, you can enroll someone, help them become a Power Starter, and you get the benefit of this program as well for 30 days. Again, it's for 30 days. Why? Well, because we want people to do something in those first 30 days and be productive. And if they didn't get the job done, as so long as they sponsor someone and create another Power Starter, they get to be on that program another 30 days. So what is this teaching? What is this creating? An emphasis on the first 30 days and a specific achievement in those first 30 days called the Power Start program. Is there a benefit for becoming a Power Starter other than this program?
Yes, 150.
150 Deacon reward points. That's just an immediate benefit. But the greater benefit is this. They will have a story. When you get Mike DiMuccio on an ABC call, and you ask me to do an ABC call, what I do on that ABC call is I tell my story. And my story is a very strong first 90-day story. So I spend the time telling my story. The best thing you can, and this is 27 years later, so I'm still telling the same story that started 27 years ago. The majority of my time is spent telling my story in the first 90 days because it changed my life. And that's how important those first 30 to 90 days are. It could change the trajectory of someone's life. And you as a sponsor, you want to give them that chance. You want to give them the best start possible. We also have a month-end call that takes place at the end of the month, where we really look at a person's situation. If you're running after something, focusing on something, which in this case, if you're a Power Start team member, what's your next objective? What's the next objective of the incentive program? Anyone know? No, that's not the objective. That's the consequence. It's a, what is it? Correct. Entrepreneurs Club. Will you achieve silver if you achieve Entrepreneurs Club?
Yes.
Will your new person achieve silver if they achieve Entrepreneurs Club?
Yes.
What do they get if they achieve Entrepreneurs Club?
1,000.
1,000 Nika reward points. Yo, that's like a sleep system. So this is a powerful program, and we want to help people achieve it. We want to have conventions where people come up on stage by the hundreds who have done a Power Start, by the hundreds who have done an Entrepreneurs Club. We want this to become the norm, not the exception. And how do you do that? You place a focus on it. You place attention on it. You create a program designed around it. So that month-end call is designed specifically to help somebody strategize those last few precious days of the month to hit their targets. We've got some tricks up our sleeves. If you've never been on one of these calls, we've got some things that we teach that can really make move mountains, help people create volume out of thin air, essentially. And we save that for that time of the month. We also have an amazing program over and above this. You can read it on the back-hand side here. But again, the focus of this agenda is to help people achieve the Entrepreneurs Club and focus the initial 30 days on achieving Power Start. So Power Start, swing into Entrepreneurs Club. Do you think that's a good idea? Yeah, I think so too. Because again, the best thing we could give to somebody who's serious about making a change in their life is the best start possible. And the best start possible is for them to hit those targets. Power Start, Entrepreneurs Club, and then from there, they go on to the next incentive. Well, we want to know who you are, if you are a Power Starter or the sponsor of a Power Starter, because we have ways of communicating with you, one of which is WhatsApp. So I want you to write this number down. Never call me in the middle of the night. It's 416-409-5800. That's my cell phone. 416-409-5800. You need to get on WhatsApp. Is anybody here not on WhatsApp? Okay. After today, not even after today, at lunchtime, download it. 30 seconds, you'll have WhatsApp. It is the most significant breakthrough tool in all of our business history. It's like they designed this thing for us. It's amazing. How many of you just love WhatsApp? Yeah. You will find that you want to do all your communications through WhatsApp. Messaging, regular messaging, and Facebook Messenger and all that stuff is just compared to WhatsApp. And WhatsApp is a resource that we can share information. A lot of these tools are electronic. I can just send them to you. So number one, how do you do it is you get WhatsApp, and then you send me a message with your name saying, hey Mike, I'm ABC, I'm so-and-so, and I just became a Power Starter, or my new person just became a Power Starter. This is their name, this is their number. Would you please add us onto the Power Start WhatsApp chat? And we'll do that right away, and then you'll be in the loop of dialogue with those of us who are mentoring and coaching the Power Starters. Some of these guys are pretty cool. We got Ben, we got Susan, Bo. These are all, how would you like to have access to these minds? Not only do you have access to their minds, but you can also resource them as an ABC call. How would you like to have the top dogs available to do an ABC call? Become a Power Starter, or sponsor someone and become a Power Starter. We really want to encourage this behavior. That's why we're putting our time on the line. So there you have, also published is the event schedule that you can participate, which is a public schedule, and the Power Start team schedule. Now, let's say this again. It's not what you do, it's what you duplicate.
Do is what you can duplicate.
Amen. All right. Well, what is it that we do? In Niken, the base, that tree, the trunk of the tree, the thing upon which the tree grows, and the strength of that trunk is what's going to determine how big that tree can grow in so many ways, is our core values. So this is out of a chapter, out of the book that you've been given, the 4-year career. We'll touch on it in a minute here. Richard Blissbrook, who I've had the opportunity and the pleasure of getting to know and have been invited onto some of his calls, his promotion calls, where he's promoting his new and improved 4-year career. I'm also in the book. He talks about these are the 3 things we do in this business, the fundamentals. We become a raving fan customer. A raving fan customer. Like, that's the starting point. Well, how do you become a raving fan customer?
Yes.
Susan, are you the only one who understands this? You use the products. So if we want to give our newbie, our newest person, the best start possible, what do we want to encourage them to do? Become a raving fan customer. And that means using the products. Then we want to help them learn and become very proficient at the product opportunity. Old Lucia covered this, where we recommend the product to others. But there's a third element here, and that's the income opportunity. And that's where we invite people just to take a look. Notice that side of the tree is a little bit smaller than the other side of the tree. We want there to be balance in this tree. So, what has Niken done to encourage us to get somebody started in their Niken Wellness Home journey?
Packs.
They've given us packs. They've discounted the packs. They've put a special free shipping offer on the water pack. So if I want to encourage someone to get the best start possible, which of these packs would I recommend? Yes, whoever said all of them.
That's
The best start possible would be all of them. Then work backwards from there. That's what I do. What do you do? Remember, I want them to have the best start possible. So I'm going to recommend what I believe is the best start for somebody. Would you not agree that all of these products are indispensable?
Yes.
These are not luxury items. These are absolute necessities. And the sooner they start to experience them, the more confidence they're going to have. That base of their tree, the pillar of their tree is going to be fortified. And now they have something to share. Yeah? So the power start could be attained instantly just by them placing an order. Is there now more reason for them to get more than one pack? Yeah, there is. In fact, an energy pack and a twin pack of the sleep system, the demo would be 1,506 points, something like that, and they would have qualified as a Power Start member, which gets all the benefits of the program, and they achieve the rank of executive as a result, which has its own benefits.
Yes.
So wouldn't that be a great way to get started? Would you not want to encourage that?
Yes.
If you were going to encourage someone to get the best start possible because they said, I'm serious, then be honest with them. They may not have the money. Be honest with them anyways. Because you know what? They don't lack money. They don't. If they really want this, will they find the money?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I had my own personal experience with that one. Young man in Montreal, Canada, who didn't even have the money to register. 3 months later, I get a phone call from him because I was honest with him, and he says, I got the money. And where did he get this money? He started selling long-distance calling cards on the streets of Montreal, saying, do you have your long-distance calling card? Do you have your long-distance calling card at lunchtime? And he said, 1 in 17. 1 in 17 would sign. He would make a $50 commission. He made enough money in 3 months to become their top salesman. Enough money to not only buy his Niken products, but even to put the down payment on a car because he wanted to have a Niken business. He became the first millionaire in Quebec, Canada with Niken. I'll tell you something. If people really have the desire, they'll find a way. But it's your responsibility to be honest with them. Be upfront. Tell them this is the best start possible. Do what you can. Do what you can. This is your life. This is your future. What we teach in these programs is we teach people two really simple ideas. We teach them process and strategy. Process, how do I take somebody who knows nothing and then give them enough information where they know enough to say, yes, I'd like to join you, I'd like to do this. That's process. Strategy is, how many people do we need to have in the rhythm, constantly moving through this process so that we can attain our goals? That's strategy. And we teach just those two things. That's all there is to teach. Let's get back to the point. It's not what you do, it's what you
duplicate.
Yes. Now, I said earlier, there's a small section of this tree, the income opportunity. We're going to do a little test here. I want you to write this number down from 1 to 10. What is your confidence level in the Niken products and the Niken Wellness Home to deliver value? Rate that from 1 to 10. What do you believe in terms of confidence, your confidence in Niken's product and Wellness Home to deliver value to the end consumer?
10.
Just write it down. Write it down. I want you to write this down. We're going to score this together. Okay, you got a number? Good. Yes, we have powerful products and mission. On a scale of 1 to 10, do you have the support you need in your team, in your upline, in the Niken environment, the Niken family? On a scale of 1 to 10, what's your confidence in the team and the support that you have available to you to build this to the whatever level you want to build this to? On a scale of 1 to 10, give that a number. Okay, let's go to number 3. Do you believe, or what is your confidence level in Niken's concept of being a concept that can deliver purpose, that aligns with your purpose? On a scale of 1 to 10, does this mission of Niken, this humans being more in all 5 pillars of health, align with your purpose in life? On a scale of 1 to 10, give it a number. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, do you believe, or do you have confidence that this is something you can weave into your life based on the time constraints you already have going? On a scale of 1 to 10, what's that number? 10 being absolutely, I'm doing it already. 1 being, I am so busy, I have no idea how this is going to fit into my life. Especially if I want to be one of those serious people. Okay? On a scale of 1 to 10. And lastly, on a scale of 1 to 10, this is a business that can help you move from the box to out of the box. A business that can generate scale and size, and you hear international and so forth. Wow, this is so awesome. On a scale of 1 to 10, what's your confidence that you can be the owner of that business? On a scale of 1 to 10. And I need you to be brutally honest. You're the only one who's going to see these numbers. Brutally honest, okay? Now, who in this room is a 50 out of 50?
I am.
Oh, way to go, Paul. There's a few of you, but you know what? Most of you are not. Where is it falling short? Which of these 5 categories do you feel? And I'm just gonna throw it out there. How many of you are short on the product end? Maybe 1. Not enough experience, right, with the products yet? Okay. How many of you don't feel you are not confident in the support that you have available? Maybe that's the weakness, okay? Purpose. Does it really align with who I am, what I'm about? Nobody. Time. I don't know if I can manage this. Hands? More hands. Okay? And the brutally honest one again. How many of you really truly believe in your hearts that this is a business you can own? You could be the owner of such an incredible large organization. Okay? again. Okay, so the ones that was the weakest area is the timing of money. Is that a surprise?
No.
Not at all. Not a surprise at all. We're so gung-ho on the products, and it's easy for us to share the products and talk to people about the products, but when it comes to talking to them about the opportunity, no, because I don't have the time, and I honestly don't think I can actually have the business, so I can't really tell other people to do that. And it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Hence, you have a book in your hands. We don't have the time to do this right now, but I want you to look at where is it? Page 21 and 22. Page 21 and 22. Do this at the lunch break. Page 21 and 22, okay? Just mark it, dog-ear it. Page 21 and 22. I really like this book because this book is really designed for the person who doesn't really understand, or for that matter, appreciate the true value of the opportunity that you have a hold of. Where your time and your money is your most precious commodity, being able to generate a business that is an asset. He talks about the difference between an asset producing income and you earning income. How many of you would rather have an asset earning you income than you earning you income?
Yes.
My friends, that's the ticket to freedom. And you got to fall in love with this business idea as much as you love these products if you're going to be effective. And to do that, you need to really understand the value of what you've got your hands on. That's what this book is about. It's a very short read. It'll take you about an hour. One of the things he talks about, wealth, a delayed gratification program. A delayed gratification program. You want to create wealth? In a society that's been programmed for instant gratification, you wonder why wealth is so scarce. Debt is an immediate gratification program. Charge it. Visa. Thank you. You're never too young to launch your empire, and you're never too old to inspire someone else to build theirs. It's all about influence, inspiring people. Build it once, done right, earn on it forever. Build it once, done right. Build it once, done right, and you'll earn on it forever. Guys, I'm in this 27 years earning income from day one. From the very first day on the job, I'm still earning an income. So if you said, how much have you made from that day? I don't know. I haven't stopped making. What's the value of something like that? I was an electrician at the time, trading time for money. And I'd have been stuck in a dead-end job some way or another if I didn't discover the vehicle. And you have to discover this vehicle with brand new eyes. So you've got this book. This vehicle is going to take you through an understanding of our business and our business model. Retail model, franchise model, network marketing model. Which of these three models do you want to get really good at? The network marketing model, which means we need to understand our compensation plan. So you now have a copy of the compensation plan. And it talks about three types of incomes: the active income, the reproductive income, and the passive income. Just a little hint for you. The horizontal line, the retail business and the overrides, or the retail business, I should say, that's your active income. The reproductive income is when you're sponsoring other people and earning overrides. And then the passive income is that 6% leadership bonus. Do you know that about 99% of my income is that passive income? I still earn income reproductive, and I still earn active income. But it's so small in comparison. Why? Because I learned this. It's not what you do, it's what you duplicate. It's not what you do, it's what you duplicate. Don't make it so hard on yourself that nobody else can duplicate it. Make it as easy as possible, as simple as possible that others can duplicate it. We got a model that I think is brilliant. Teach 3 to reach 3. What are you going to teach them? How to have 5 wellness home consumers who love our products, and how to sponsor 3 people and give them the best start possible. You do that and teach that, and this is what it looks like. You have this card. Study this. Study this card. When people say, how do you make money in this? This is the card I use. I don't use the compensation plan. I use this card because this is the business plan. And what you're seeing there is income and rank based on the volume that's being generated by this team as this team expands. And guess what it's based on? 100 CV per month. That's about $200 in consumption. How many of you in this room are doing about $200 in consumption in Econ products every month? I rest my case. So, be a launch specialist. That's your job. Become a launch specialist. Give people the best start you know how to give them. All right, I'm done, but we're not done yet. Our next speaker, and I got to read my notes because I want to get it right.